Hi guys, I'm back with my next video. Today's going to be a double feature and we're going to get right into it. So I'm going to start with the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. I got the shade True Porcelain, but as you'll see in just a minute, it doesn't really match my skin. I'm going to add it directly onto my face today, and I squeezed too much out, but that's okay. We'll just spread it around a little bit. And as always, I'm going in with my damp Real Techniques Beauty Blender sponge to get an even application all over my face. And like I said, this didn't really match, but when I use my concealer in just a minute, I think it evened out just a little bit for me, so I wasn't too upset about it. You always want to make sure you're blending down from your chin, even down your neck just a little bit. I always have to do this, especially being so fair skinned. It can easily show a line. Right here is my Infallible Full Wear concealer, and this is also in the shade Porcelain, both from the same companies, but definitely not the same colors. As usual, I'm adding some under my eyes, the bridge of my nose, my upper lip, chin, and my forehead. And I'll just go ahead and blend that out. Right here, I'm using the Infallible Pro Sweep and Lock Translucent Setting Powder, and I'm adding some into the cap, and then on the Beauty Blender, you see how it's kind of splotchy. I tried to even it out a little bit on the back of my hand. It doesn't make a huge difference, but I like to do this. I feel like it gives me more even coverage underneath my eyes, which is the main area that I want to set my concealer. And then I'll set the other areas where I had blended out my concealer, and then I'll just lightly dust a powder brush over my face. Like I said, this is a matte foundation, so normally I would add more powder, but today I didn't need it. Now I'm going in with the angled brush and the NYX Tame & Frame brow pomade. This time I decided to try a little bit of setting spray to loosen up the product a little bit, and then I'll brush out my brows and start. So I'm starting off with really light feathery strokes this time, and I started a little bit further in than where my natural brow starts. And then as I fill in the tail, I'll go back in with more product towards the end. And then to line the top, I'll start in about the same area and just try my best to make a clean line following the shape of my brow that I want for this look. And then I'm taking the remainder of the product and just pushing upwards to fill in the rest of the brow. And then whatever product is left, I just flick upwards to make more like hair-like strokes. And then I'll just go in and do the same on my other brow, which is always the best brow, but you know, like I said in my other videos, your brows are always sisters and never twins. At the end, I like to just go back through with the spoolie side of the brush and just comb through to ensure that the product is as even as I'd like. Now I'll go in with my flat concealer brush and concealer to just sharpen up the edges of my eyebrows and give them that clean look. After I have my desired shape, I just like to use my finger and blend out the last bit of concealer left, and then I'll continue on to the next brow. Right here, I just like to clean up the outer edge of my brows, I guess the tail end. I don't like them overly clean on the top, so I just do the outer edge. Since I'm using eyeshadow today, I just decided to go back in at last minute and add a little bit of setting powder under my eyes to catch fallout. I took a little drink break and I'm showing off my Marley cup. I love it. So I had an issue with one of my clips not making it into the video, and I basically just applied the orange shade all over my lid, and then I'm going back in with a detailed brush to add a little bit more near my lash line. Like I said, I just really want to intensify the orange color as much as possible, so I'm just going to continue building that up. And then I'm going to use the same palette with the yellow shade, and I'm going to blend that in on the edge of the orange to give it, I guess, kind of a sunset look and help blend out that orange so it's not as harsh. Adding some liner in my upper lash line, and then I went ahead and did my lower lash line with the same orange color. These are some new lashes from Crave Lashes. I'll be using the Autobalm Girl Powder Cheeks on the Go Powder Blush palette, and I'll use the peachy shade this time. Just going in with a little setting spray. I love setting spray, and it makes your makeup all melt together. Wet n Wild Precious Petals highlighter. As you can tell, I love highlighter. It's my favorite part of the look. I decided to go back in with this highlighter and actually add it to my brow bone for this look. I think it complemented it pretty well. To ensure it's blended really well, I just went back in with my shading brush that had the little bit of yellow on it, and then I added the highlight to the inner corner as well. Today I'm using the NYX Powder Puff Lippy lipstick, and it's in an orange shade. I decided to go in, of course, with my lip liner first. I'm actually really happy with how this look came out and this lipstick. I'm trying to venture out and use new colors, so this was very bright. And then I'll clean it up with my concealer brush just around the edges. I also went back in with a little bit of highlighter on my Cupid's bow and nose. And that completes this look. Thanks for watching, and keep watching if you want to see my next look. I did a double feature in this video, and I hope you like both. Thank you. So for this look, I'll be starting with my base already done. Today I'm going back in with the same palettes, and excuse me, saw something on my nose. I'm going to go in with a basically liner brush, and I'm going to start with the yellow, and since I don't need shadow all over my eyelid today, I'm just going to try and focus it on my crease and up towards my brow. Do the same for the other eye. Like I said, just try to focus it more in the crease and then up towards your eyebrow. I'm going to use a small tapered detail brush to go in and Continue adding more yellow to my desired opaqueness, and just continue blending it upwards towards my brow. And then I decided to go back in with a little bit of a lighter yellow and continue blending that up. I forgot to show you my brush. It's just a fluffy blending brush to get the desired look today. I usually like to listen to music as I'm doing my makeup, so don't mind me. You'll see me singing the lyrics to a few of the songs I was listening to, just being silly. For my brow highlight, I decided to use this little white iridescent pearly shade in my Morphe palette. And then I'll go in with my concealer to do a simple cut crease today. Back with both eyes now done with my cut crease. A few things weren't going as planned, so don't mind my faces. So for today I'm going to go in with the NYX white eyeliner again, and I'm going to just do a few straight lines to mimic a flower. Of course, I went ahead and did the same on the other eye, tried to match them as best as I can. I saw an inspiration picture for this on, I believe it was Pinterest, so I just wanted to give it a try. I thought it was really cute. Then to fill in the center of the flower, I went back in with the orange shade and the liner brush and used the tip of it. And just like my last video, I went in with the Autobalm Girl Powder Cheeks on the Go blush palette. For this look, I decided to use some Ardell lashes, and I just really wanted a full lash for this look because there's not really much going on my actual eyelid, so I wanted to accentuate my eyes as best as possible with the cut crease. I always like to fill in the inner corners with liner. It makes the lash blend easier. Then I'll go back in with the liner brush and add that orange shade to my lower lash line. And then I went back in with a little bit of lower lash mascara just to refreshen it. And of course finishing it with setting spray. And for this look I used the same iridescent white shade from the Morphe palette as the last look. I used that as my highlighter today. Yeah, and I really like how it came out. Back in with my NYX lip liner. And today I'm just going to do a neutral nude type shade again just to go with this since the eyes are really done up. And that completes the look. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed both looks today. This was just a little fun thing for me to try. And I like how it came out. Thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you guys back for my next video. Thanks.